Then on the fourth step, we'll have to provide the software component name and a software component version. So here we'll provide a software component name and a version which is 1.0. After that, we'll have to provide a production state which is a released state. After providing all these details, we'll click on this finish button. And as soon as we'll click on this finish button, once we provide the software component and version details, we'll get this particular message at the below of our SAP screen stating that successfully created product version with the product version name of that particular product version with software unit followed by the software unit name and a software component name. So this is how we get a message for successfully creation of a product version and a software component version. So this was the creation of a new version and a new software component. What if we already have a version, and that is already have a software component, and we have to create a new version for it? Then we'll click the first radio button, that is create a new version for an existing software component. Here users can also create the software component by selecting the software component link from the SLD homepage, and then they can click on this new button. So once we click on this and click on next, we'll have to provide the version for this particular software component. So here are these mandatory details which needs to be filled for this particular software component, and then we'll click on this finish button. So this is how we maintain the settings for existing software components, and we'll create a new software component and version by selecting this particular radio button for software catalog. After software catalog, let us see how do we create a system catalog, which is a landscape. In systems catalog, we define each technical system in the landscape. The technical system correlates the software to the physical host on which it is installed. The exact settings for each system depends on the system type. Technical systems are the basis for defining business systems. The association between the technical system and the business system is dependent on the technical systems type. For instance, in a systems based on SAP, web is a BAP. Each client in the system is a separate business system. This corresponds to the notion of a client as a logical system in ALE configuration. So for example, in a system based on SAP web as a BAP, each client in the system is a separate business system. So client 100 would be a development client, then client 200 would be assurance, that is quality, then client 300 would be testing, and so on. So this is how we define a business system, that is a separate business system for each technical systems type. So here first we'll see how to define a technical system under systems catalog. So here once we click on this particular link for technical systems, we'll get a list of the technical systems types in SLD. So here are this particular all of the types, that is for all application systems as a BAP, as Java, standalone, third party, TREX, process integration, computer systems, etc. So we can select any of these options for defining our technical system. So after that, once we click the technical system, we'll get the screen, that is the technical system wizard screen. So here we'll have to click on this new technical system button. So after that, we'll get this screen where the first step would be selecting the technical system which we want to create. So here we have selected third party system. Then we'll click on this next button. So after the selection of the system type, on the next screen we'll have to provide the system name and the host name, that is a user ID. So here we'll provide the system name and the host name for this. This is the general information required while creating a technical system. Then we'll click on this next button. Once we click on this next button, we'll get the last step for initializing the software. So here we'll have to provide the installed products, that is we'll have to select the installed products on the system and the installed software component. So here we'll have to click the appropriate product which is installed on the system and the software component to that. And once we select this installed product, we'll click on this finish button. So this is how we define a technical system under systems catalog. Now next under systems catalog is defining a business system. So here we'll define a business system. So for defining that business system, we'll select the business system link from the home page, and in the next screen we'll click on the new business systems button. Then we'll get this particular screen. So here in this business system wizard, we'll select the type of the business system which we want to create. So here we'll select the type as third party, and then we'll click on this next button. After this, the second step is defining the technical system. So here we'll have to select the technical system that we want to create or we have created previously, and we'll enter a logical system name in this field. So this is the name, that is the system name which we have created previously. Now as we know that a business system requires a technical system, that is, it is a backbone for a technical system. So here we'll select the system name which we have created previously for our technical system. So this is the name which we have created previously. So for this business system, this would be the system name, and we have to provide a logical system name in this field, and then we'll click on this next button. After that, we'll have to provide a name for this business system. So this is the name for this business system. Then we'll click on this next button. Then we'll have to select the installed software products on the next step. So this is the installed product for this particular system. We'll click this checkbox and we'll click on this next button. And on the last step, we'll have to specify the business system role, and we'll have to select the integrated integration server. So here this is the related integration server, and we'll have to provide the business system role. After that, we'll click on this finish button. Then once we click on this finish button, we'll get a message stating that business system and the system name has been created successfully. So this is how we create the systems catalog based on business systems and technical systems.